big vibes. Look, I'm about my pledge. I'm decked up on blue bills, and I won't stop until the cash pit look like fall leaves in the backfield. Tell her out of my face if she coming with that bull. Quick to say my piece, I'm so after school special. She brainy, but them jeans looking like paint. I gotta bless her. Let's talk a whole lot, knowing damn well they really can't press us. I notated on leaflet. I'm really up a few levels with it. Like way out the way from them. Can't see me, you can't meddle with us. E and J in my Earl Grey hood bunched up with the cheese eggs and a dumb face. No stunner shade, still turned up. Been had it poppin' in broad day, that's Avi. Flower child from the sun rays, but I run fade, got a punch drunk. My providence, they don't love us, they rather treat us like an animal. Just wonder why we on 8. Escaping shit, I'm off the cannabis. Middle fingers in tandem, going tantrum. Yelling swell with a big smile, young phantom. Hi mom, I'm on camera. Coming live from the mud pit, we don't take post beat for granted. I plan to keep it stress-free, live and die young, I leave it on the canvases. Split up some with my better half, trade day like it's a holiday. My shit on dumb flame till the wheels kill, I'm on road rage. Yeah. On dumb flame till the wheels fall, I'm on road rage. I've been on a run, my third high open. Been trying to kill emotion. Life in the slums. I've been on a run, my third high open. Yeah. Hey, f the ceiling. I've been living out the moon roof with it. I'm in tune with my senses, kill the tune with my sentence every time. Yeah, I've been in the mood, got a feeling. What we doing, got them fuming, they ain't used to it. Rely me to the pledge when I said it, no caps, and I'm buttered till I feel black. And I still ride for it on a couple flats. I've been down, better bounce back. Been slave to a 9 to 5, now we booming, no stopping the digital trap. Been slave to a 9 to 5, now we booming, no stopping the digital trap. I've been on a run, my third high open.
Hey. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the show. Smash up that like button. Let's get it popping. RE4 release is upon us. Some people have already been playing the joint already. Let me know if you guys have already been checking the joint out and everything. Man, crazy stuff going on right now. We got some massive news topics to go over today. So make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you guys retweet the stream out on Twitter at MarlonGamingNation. Let's get it popping. Yeah, let's get it. So, interesting turn of events today. We have to talk about the narrative now that's being pushed on social media. And something that I've been saying this whole time since I've been doing this channel is that the games is really what matters at the end of the day. None of these acquisitions or anything like that means anything if the quality of the games are not good, right? And that's something I've always said. But for some reason or the other, it seems like that narrative, I guess, go unheard because I've said it before. And all of a sudden, as soon as we saw Hellblade 2 yesterday, oh my God, everybody's losing their mind. Some people say, well, it's just a chick behind a camera, right? And that's all it really is. Some people say it's not even CGI. Some people saying it's fake, you know, saying all different type of stuff. But I've said this, it only take one game to make a difference. You know, and in the Xbox side of playing field, it's crazy right now because on one hand, they're telling Sony to go ahead and make their own Call of Duty and this and that. But on the same side, it's like, no, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing, right? Now I see the community, Xbox community, is telling everybody to buy an Xbox. And funny thing is, like I said before, why is it that you're not telling everybody to buy an Xbox before, right? Why all of a sudden now buy an Xbox? You need an Xbox, right? You should need an Xbox out the gate. Microsoft has made a lot of promises and everything saying, listen, this is what we have up the pipeline for you guys. You know, this is what you guys can expect from our studios, right? So we need you guys to be remotely invested in what we have. You know, we have more studios than the competition, but at the same time, it's almost as if like, well, the narrative of exclusivity didn't really matter as much for Microsoft because obviously their statement on what they said about exclusivity. And we also have to understand that exclusivity is what drives this industry, right? Because people can pick whatever platform they want to play on and wherever that software is at, that's where they're going to go, as long as the quality is there. Not only that, but Microsoft's key thing at this moment in time is how they do their business model with obviously Windows and their software. They want their stuff to be everywhere. They want to dominate as much. But here is the title of today's stream, right? Well, there was an article and there was something that was posted today. And I've said this so many times. Sony is unstoppable when it comes to their exclusive games. That's just the way it is when it comes to Microsoft. Microsoft is getting to that point where they're trying to get their foot through the door when it comes to their exclusive games. And you see the title. I did not make that up. You cannot stop Sony when it comes to their exclusive games. You see the reason why. Now, you look at Redfall, a game like Redfall is getting some positive feedback right now. If you look at Redfall and you look at a game like Spiderman 2, or you look at a game like God of War, or you look at a game like Horizon, it goes without question. When you look at the quality, it goes without question because you can see it right there. And people will say, oh, well, you're just being a fanboy because, well, that's not true. Well, yeah, it is true because you can look side by side. Whatever genre of games there are, some games just look better than some. But at the same time, for the most part, Sony is known for having the better quality games. Xbox said it themselves, right? Matt Booty said it himself. You listen, we got to step our game up when it comes to quality, because Sony is leading in that department and we need to bring our A game, right? What we talk about on this channel, we talk about quality and how important that is for our industry and how important that is to drive sales to actual hardware. Interesting data just came out. You guys don't listen to me whenever I say certain things to y'all. Okay. On the flip side of things, right? What did we talk about? Redfall and Starfield is crucial for 2023. Sony dominated 2022. Microsoft did not. Okay. Instead, Microsoft came out with apologies, right? Bunch of apologies saying, oh, listen, we're sorry because we didn't have anything for 2022. Okay. This put a lot of strain on Redfall. It put a lot of strain on Starfield. Those games got to deliver. And if those games do not deliver, that is not going to be good for Microsoft. And some people goes back on the narrative of, well, is the ABK deal enough? No, it's not enough. It's not enough for Microsoft to win this entire generation based off of Activision games. I mean, if Sony had any type of faith, or anybody else in the industry had any type of faith on these titles, well, it would have been a whole different story. But it's like Sony's main focus is Call of Duty. And at the same time, it's like, you really got to wonder, like, Sony got something up their sleeves. I've been saying that. We're just waiting for Sony to lift the curtains and really just blow the top off the lid, right? And show everybody exactly what they're made of. Okay. Also, I really want to talk about this because we hear a bunch of mixed bag things from a lot of developers when it comes to Gamepass and all that, as far as the success of Gamepass. And some developers say, well, nope, it did not really help their games and it did not really push the narrative of, you know, getting more players involved. And that's really kind of like the only thing, right? Because Microsoft goes to them, give them an upfront cost. We're talking about Atomic Heart in this situation here. So very, very important for us to pay attention to today's edition of the show. We're going to talk about Hellblade 2. We're also going to talk about Spider-Man 2. Okay? We do understand. I'm going to get to some of y'all questions. I'm seeing orange just popping up left and right. Hold on to your horses. I got you guys. We see Tony Todd coming out swinging with information regarding Spider-Man 2. Trust and believe me when I tell you, Sony got big plans, which we're going to save that for tomorrow's stream because Sony got some plans. Y'all, man, you can see the big kaboom happening. And it's going to be huge for PlayStation fans. I'm telling y'all get y'all finances ready because Sony got some stuff up their sleeve. Like, just hear me out because everything that Tony Todd is saying, it aligns with what we're used to when it comes to PlayStation, but they also have something bigger on the back end that they're going to be pushing around that time, around middle of the year, fall or whatever. They're going to have a big push. They had a big push last year. The year before that, they had a big push. So you kind of have to look at history and see how things are actually panning out when it comes to that arena. But we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about today. So buckle up, because this ride is going to be one heck of a ride. All right. Appreciate you guys. Let me get to these questions real quickly, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. Jay's channel, what's popping? Appreciate that. JKNKO. Microsoft are giving Sony their props. Except for a specific genre, but Microsoft won't stop there. Microsoft are building some high quality games within their teams. We should watch out for future Microsoft games. That is true. That is true. I feel Microsoft is changing with Xbox. We have got great first IP games this gen until now. That is true. Now, let's go ahead and let's move along. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Like I said, this entire generation, and I've said it, I'm being 100% honest with you guys, is by far the best generation for Microsoft since the Xbox 360. I know that they haven't really released anything groundbreaking, nothing that's actually sticking to the rib at this point, because, well, Halo, well, yeah, not so great, right? Forza Horizon, yeah. Obviously, everybody was playing it. I was playing it. I gave them their flowers and everything. Psychonauts 2, okay. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really groundbreaking. And Hellblade 2 is trending like it is. And people are losing their freaking minds right now. And that is what I am talking about. You need something like that. That's all I've been saying this whole time. Like, we need something. We need to get back into gaming. We need to get back into gaming. We need these topics to really drive excitement for these brands. That's where it really boils down to at the end of the day. Not this ABK deal. This acquisition, once it goes through, like what's the biggest beneficiary here? Obviously Game Pass, obviously the gamers that are subscribed to Game Pass, right? People that are diehard people that are invested in Xbox ecosystem. But at the same time, you need the games to carry the narrative. You need the games to tell the story. And right now, Hellblade 2 is carrying Microsoft right now in a very special way. And we haven't even seen gameplay yet. That is something serious. And when I tell you, you have to put out quality, that's what I'm talking about. Say whatever you want to say about Hellblade 2, but trust and believe it got people talking just off of a minute and 10 seconds footage, just off of just real-time facial animations, right? Girl just sitting there talking and meta human technology, and it's blowing everybody's freaking minds because everybody is so freaking eager. Where are you going with this, Marlon? Everybody is so freaking eager. For what? For the next level of gaming, for the next generation of gaming. Everybody is hungry and thirsty for that. Nobody gives a doggone about this acquisition stuff. The only reason why people are talking about it is because, well, that's all there is to talk about. And I am so happy that GDC was around or close, because honestly, if GDC was not around, we'd still be sitting here like ducks talking about what? The ABK deal. And it seemed like it's just not going anywhere. So we need something that's going to stick to the rib, and we need good games. We need to change that narrative. And we know it's just a matter of time before Sony blows us away with a PS5 showcase. So that's what I really want to kind of highlight for you guys. All right, let's get on with the first topic. Go ahead, guys, and hit that like button for me. Hit the share button. Appreciate you guys. It's very, very crucial for our growth here on the channel. So thank you guys so much for that. Let's go ahead and let's dive right off into this. So we talk about this plenty of times on the channel, right? We talk about Xbox exclusives, right? And obviously the grimy stuff that's been actually happening here, where Microsoft said, well, initially, you know, Starfield and Starfield and Redfall was supposed to be for not Starfield. Well, Redfall as well. But let's back up a little bit. Starfield And Elder Scrolls 6 was supposed to be multi-platform pre-Bethesda acquisition, right? And then we turn around and then we have another situation. We have another narrative here. What is that narrative? Oh, well, Redfall was in production for PlayStation 5. But wait, no, we're the good guys. No. Sony is the only one that's sitting here blocking games and canceling games left and right. Oh, no, we're the saints. Because the only thing that we're doing here is we're trying to spread awareness. We're trying to get more gamers, and we're trying to spread our products and our accessories and our systems to everybody across the globe. But here's the thing with cloud gaming. Not everybody have a stable connection. Now, here's also the other thing as well that we talked about yesterday. You guys remember this when I talked about this, right? That, well, they're actually disengaging the only online segment for Redfall. Why is that? Because of the same thing that I've always talked about on this channel, and everybody boo me and clown me for it. What is that, Marlon? I'll tell you what it is. You waiting for it? Always online. Not everybody have a good internet connection. And then we had some developers coming out like, listen, bro, not everybody have a good internet connection. So we need to fix this. You doggone right. If you don't need to have an online only experience all the way, all the time, people want to be able to play their games offline. A lot of you guys complain about Xbox cloud gaming and saying how laggy it is, and it's just not where it needs to be right now, right? And that is one of Microsoft's biggest focuses next to mobile, right? Is the cloud and mobile and obviously Gamepass and trying to get people excited and eager to jump on the green side. Well, Microsoft, how are you going to jump on the green side? How are you going to get people to sign up for Game Pass? This is a sales pitch here. So the title of this joint today has to do with their exclusive games. Can their exclusive games stop Sony? That's the $1 million question. We need to start a poll in this community right now. Is Microsoft exclusives enough to stop Sony in their tracks? Is Microsoft exclusives enough to put Sony at the bottom? To knock Sony off the throne? That's a $1 million question. Because here's the narrative. Like I said, Microsoft is just now starting to get their feet wet. They have a lot of stuff, both with Unreal Engine 5, with their first party proprietary engines, all that type of stuff that's currently in development. A bunch of promises, right? But is their exclusive strong enough to stop Sony? That is the $1 million question. No. I'm going to tell you off the rip, no. Spider-Man 2 alone, what other IP that Microsoft have that can really pull in the numbers like Spider-Man 2? Well, you guys don't believe me? Maybe if you hear it from somebody else that's in the industry, then maybe you might believe them, because you will label me as a fanboy. Which other Microsoft exclusive? When I talk about Minecraft and all this other stuff, let's be real. Which other can Gears put up the numbers of Spider-Man 2? Can Redfall put up the numbers of Spider-Man 2? Maybe Starfield. Maybe. It's a big maybe on that one, right? Because of the core fan base. Maybe. But we're talking about Spider-Man, right? Versus a brand new IP. Right? Versus something that is fresh, brand new, right? Talking about Spider-Man here. And it's funny because this story that we're going to go over revolves around Sony's IPs, right? Is it strong enough to dethrone God of War? Is it strong enough to dethrone Horizon? We're talking about Sony's big top 3 top selling games that move systems. You see, the narrative has changed, ladies and gentlemen, because now it's Hellblade. All of a sudden, nobody is talking about any other IP. I want you guys to hear what I'm saying now. Nobody is talking about any other IP right now from Microsoft, either in development or already out. The only thing everybody is talking about right now is Hellblade 2. And that's what I am saying. Can Hellblade 2, as good as Hellblade 2 looks right now to everybody that's trending and talking about it right now, is that strong enough an IP to go up against Sony? You got to ask yourselves that. This ain't Sony's first rodeo when it comes to high quality games. Sony's been doing this in their sleep for years. Am I saying every single Sony game is top quality? No. But for the most part, they deliver when it comes to that. Is Sony IPs a one and done? Give or take, yes. On a case-by-case basis, yes. But you give credit where credit's due. Now, here is the article, and we're going to go over this together, and we're going to discuss this. And then hopefully by the time we're finished with this, we can actually all agree on this, right? Based on what we're actually hearing here. Now, listen to this, and I could not make this up. Now, this is coming from PlayStationLifestyle.net. Let's go over this and let's discuss this. Xbox exclusives, not enough. I'm going to say this. Xbox exclusives, not enough to cut the PS5 market share. That simply means you cannot stop Sony. Microsoft exclusives that they have cannot stop Sony. Even with this ABK deal, yeah, Sony's going to be hurting without Call of Duty, but they're going to be okay. They're not going to fold up and go out of business because they don't have Call of Duty. Have they been crying and bickering and making a fool out of themselves? Heck yeah. But can Sony stand on their own 2 feet and survive? Yeah, they can survive. They're not going to go out of business. But Microsoft exclusives are not strong enough to dethrone the king of the market right now. A lot of people will hear that and say, oh, you're a Sony fanboy. You cannot make this up. It's right here, and right here, typed up by Zarmina Khan on PlayStationLifestyle.net. And we're going to go into this one because Microsoft knows that they need more. They need something that's going to stick to the rib. They need something strong. They got to come out swinging. Because long after this ABK deal is gone through, right, you still got to deliver. What are you talking about? You still got to deliver on the quality. Stalker 2, that looks incredible, right? But is Stalker 2 strong enough on its own to dethrone Sony? Is Redfall strong enough? Is all the IPs that Microsoft have coming out this year strong enough to dethrone the competition? That's what we need to ask ourselves. Can Microsoft devour Sony and become the true king of the competition of this market? Can they be the market leader? Can they outdo Sony in subscribers? Can they outdo Sony with their player base and their user base and their fan bases? That's what we need to ask ourselves. We need a narrative that's going to stick. So let's check this joint out. This is coming from an analyst firm. This ain't no fly-by-night fanboy or anything like that. These are people that actually study the industry. So, again, one would have to look at the market right now. Look at the share right now. Sony just got out of the pit of not having PS5s readily available. And now that PS5s are readily available, a lot of people are buying more PS5s, right? So let's get into this.
We'll make our own destiny.
So we have 2 back-to-back donations. Let's get off into it. Let's get off into it. All right, let's get off into it. Thank y'all for the love. Jamal Lee with the $5 says, let's be real. God of War has been the only banger this gen. Spiderman is what? Spiderman is at best same city. All 3 games, Horizon trash, and with full price remakes. Okay. All right, let me say this. Same thing could be said about Halo. Same thing could be said about Gears. Same thing could be said about a lot of Microsoft games, right? Like, let's be real. Same thing could be said about Crackdown. Like, let's be real. right? You want to talk about being in the same city and this and that and all that type. Okay, Spider-Man is always going to be in New York. That's just the way it is, right? But here's the thing. Yeah, same city, Spider-Man in the same city. That's not going to stop it from pulling in 30, 40 million, 50 million units. That's not going to stop it because it's Spider-Man. You see what I'm saying? Horizon have its fan base. You know what I'm saying? Now, Horizon is not going to put up Spider-Man numbers or God of War numbers, but the number is still going to stick to the rib one way or the other. Still going to stick to your mind one way or the other, right? Because you already know that some of Sony's best-selling IPs is God of War, Spider-Man, right? Those are the two top ones, right? And then you have your Horizon, you know what I'm saying? And then you have Gran Turismo and all these other franchises. But since for PS4, Spider-Man 2018 was killing it, right? Then we had God of War 2018 right there, right? And even towards the end, literally edged it out, right? So we got to look at what's going on here. Those are some of Sony's best IPs. Now, you can say whatever you want to say about God of War, but God of War brings in the money. God of War, for a lot of people who don't know, brought in $500 million. $500 million in revenue for Sony alone. Okay? Alone. And that's not even just, that was just 2018. That was even before, that was in the early stages, right? And then that's not even when it actually went to PC, right? So the bigger stuff, the bigger juggernaut stuff brings in the numbers and it drives sales to the actual hardware. Can Microsoft do the same thing? What game do you know right now is getting everybody excited to buy a Series X? That's what we got to look in the mirror and ask ourselves. What is a system seller for Microsoft right now? Well, one would say Starfield. Well, yeah, so it's a little iffy on that one, right? Because we got to still see Starfield in a finished form, right? But Hellblade is all I see people talking about. That's it. Nobody's even really talking about Starfield like that, heavily like they're talking about freaking Hellblade, because Hellblade got the whole world shook right now. Hellblade got everybody in shock mode. That's something that Sony's been doing since the very beginning. Sony games put you in shock mode. Why is it that whenever we are watching PlayStation 5 showcases or Sony events, right? And you see the number, Sony is the Apple of this freaking gaming industry right now. Why you see the numbers are always higher. Nintendo and Sony is always bringing in the numbers when it comes to their first party games, because people want to see the cutting edge technology and what they're actually doing with their games. Microsoft is just now getting into that arena of shocking people, because Hellblade is literally the only game right now.
We will make our own destiny.
Come on, man. Come on. Hellblade is the only game right now that's shocking everybody. Making everybody is like, whoa, what the heck? Microsoft, this is going to be on Game Pass? You already seen the memes. Look at my thumbnail. This ain't no joke. Look out on Twitter, right? Hellblade 2 was trending, and probably still is. It had over 5, 6, 7,000 tweets. For Xbox, that's a good thing. That's been the narrative for Sony for years. Whenever Sony, you don't believe me? Look it up. Every time when Sony has an event and they show off what they have currently in development for PS5, right? Whether it's God of War or whether it's Horizon, or watch what's going to happen when we see Spider-Man 2. Everybody is going to lose their freaking minds. People are just going to be like, what the, and that's what's going on with Hellblade. What the, like, what? Is this really Microsoft? That's what I am saying. That's what Microsoft needs to do. You need to make people be on edge. Like, whoa, I was not expecting this from Microsoft. Like, dang, like I was holding off to get an Xbox. Now I got to get an Xbox now. Why is that? Because of the quality. Because of the quality. People are just like, man, this is so freaking high tech. Is this how the game is going to really look? That's a norm. That's the norm for Sony. Matt Booty said it himself. Like, we got IPs in development, but we got to step our A game up. We need to match the quality of PlayStation. And that's one thing that we have to give props to PlayStation about is the quality of their games. You can't make it up. Look it up. Matt Booty said it himself. Matt Booty is head of Worldwide Studios. So if you have the head of Worldwide Studio, the head of your company over your studios saying that, that says a lot. So you can't make this up. This is the reality. Sony have been carrying the industry with quality games for years. Is every single thing quality? Just like, for instance, let's step out of the arena just for a second. Look at the car world. Is anything else touching Toyota in terms of resale value and reliability? Is Toyota perfect? No, they're not perfect. They have some cars that is problematic in the earlier years or whatever, but Toyotas are known for what? Reliability. What else they're known for? High resale value. As long as you do what? Keep up with the maintenance. Same thing with PlayStation. Is PlayStation perfect? No, they're not perfect. They're far from perfect. They do things in a slimy, greasy type of way, right? Just like every other business, but they put out quality stuff. They put out enough quality to get people invested. It's just like Toyota. It's like a drug. It's just like you can't get away from this joint. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you turn around, here it is right here, right in your face or whatever. So hear me out. Microsoft is just now getting out of the Dodge territory that they've been in. You hear what I say? You hear which car company I compared them to. They're the Dodge of this industry. Is Dodge known for reliability? No. Is Dodge known for quality? No. On their newer stuff. Their older stuff is garbage. Sounds like Microsoft to me. Yeah. So, yeah. There you go. The new stuff. The older stuff from like 360 was good, right? But that's with every generation. It's always every single thing that you look at, right? Like, okay, in the beginning of the generation, you're going to get some good stuff. But as you progress, you know, you start getting cocky, you start getting arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And you think, oh, you're feeling yourself right now. Microsoft was feeling themselves in the 360 timeframe. They dropped the ball or whatever in the Xbox One generation. We all know this. So they're the Dodge of this market right now. And they have to pull themselves out of that rut. Buying Activision and buying Bethesda and buying up every single thing is not going to make you win a generation. You're going to win a generation by winning the hearts of gamers. By giving gamers experiences that they never thought of. You know what I'm saying? And blowing them away. Even if the narrative is the same and you're putting a fresh coat of paint and the technology is there and the quality is there, people are going to lose their minds. Let's get to these and let's get back into the huddle of this article. So you said what you said, Jamal Lee. Thank you for the $5. We also have another $5. Starfield can compete with Spider-Man based on the PC community alone. Okay, so now we're talking about PC. Well, Spider-Man performed well on PC as well. Okay. The Elder Scrolls is a franchise still going strong on PC. I'm not arguing that. But at the same time, okay, you're saying that Starfield can compete with Spider-Man. Okay, even if it can compete with Spider-Man in the PC community alone, you got to ask yourselves this. Even if Elder Scrolls can compete on that level as well, is those two IPs strong enough to dethrone Sony? That's the narrative that we're talking about. You just mentioned 2 games. Is that enough to dethrone Sony? Is it enough? Is it enough to stick to the rib to make a difference? That's the $1 million question. How long now have we been getting Elder Scrolls games? Long time. How long now have we been getting Bethesda RPGs? For a long time. If that was the case, then Microsoft should be on top, right? Microsoft should be on top. Period. But nah, they just acquired Bethesda. in their exclusive umbrella that they have right now. First exclusive this and exclusive that. Phil was just so like incompetent when it comes to exclusive. Now all of a sudden, no, it's bold. It's important now because we're spending all this money. You got to ask yourself, you got to be real with yourselves. What games does Microsoft have that is currently in development that can allow them to dethrone Sony? Games. What games do they have that can dethrone the competition and make them on top, make them win this generation? It's going to come down to the games. It's not going to come down to acquisitions. You can buy whatever you want, but here's the narrative, baby. You still got a job to do. And your job is to deliver high quality games at any cost, by any means. You can take care of your casual all you want. The casuals alone is not going to allow you to win this generation. You need everything to win. You can't just be winning with just throwing one punch. You're going to get knocked out. You got to switch it up. It's a balance. You got to do everything. You got to be technical with it. You can't just be doing the same thing over and over again. That's why Microsoft have changed the narrative. They've been labeled as, we don't learn. I think we have learned. We just want to be naive to the fact. That's what it is. Right? That's what it is. It's like we're naive to the fact. We want to believe what we want to believe. What is the narrative? Microsoft has always been labeled as what? The shooter box. The shooter box. What did they end up doing? Buy themselves out of that narrative. Sony's been doing the same thing for years, and people criticize them for it. But you see Sony at the back of the line right now, even though Sony has been doing the same type of single player games for years, same type of cinematic type of games that you guys talk about, too many cutscenes or whatever, that still puts Sony ahead of the charts. Regardless if you want to say whatever you want to say about Sony games, and I can agree with you. Some of the games have a lot of cutscenes.
We will make our own destiny.
I'm just saying. Now, let's go ahead and let's get to these donations. I appreciate y'all, boys and gals. Now, Jamal with the $5. Oh, I gotta love this today. He says that game not selling like that. Most of that's bundles, like it's Xbox compete, but y'all can compete on playing field we can all play on. Oh, okay, I got you. God bless. Hey, GSD. God bless. It says, God bless, brother. All business and life is just being better day than you were tomorrow. I don't care who's on top. Just keep gaming, just keep making games. Well, for these companies, they want to be on top. They want to, you know what I mean? They want to win. They want to win the generation. They want to be the best. That's what you're in business for, right? To be the best and to be on top. Nobody is in business to lose or to be at the bottom. Everybody wants to be at the top. So there you go. Microsoft wants to be at the top. Microsoft wants to defeat Sony. Microsoft, if for all they care, they can drive Sony out of the market. They don't care. So yeah, that's what business is all about. Business is as, you know what I mean, grimy as you can make it be. Everybody is in business to win. My name is Mud. Thank you for the 5. To be fair, Sony dropped the ball after the PS2 more than Xbox did anything big. I never said Starfield could dethrone Sony either. Okay, so you're saying, oh, hold on. Wait. Hold on. So you're saying, to be fair, Sony dropped the ball after PS2. So you're telling me Sony has not delivered when it comes to their games after PS2? Dog, we're 3 generations ahead right now. 3 generations of consoles ahead of PS2. And you're telling me so far the PS2 is the best generation out of all the games that we have gotten? 3 generations now. And you're telling me Sony just dropped the ball. Same thing could be said about Microsoft. Microsoft has dropped the ball big time in the Xbox One generation. right? And dropping the ball right now. Dropping the ball in the beginning of this generation. Yeah, so they have dropped the ball more times than Sony. Messed up so much more times than Sony. Don't get me started on DRM. Okay? Don't get me started on all the bull crap that they were doing around the Xbox One. The Xbox One generation alone was so bad to the point where Microsoft was ready to give up. They almost did not make another console. Same thing for Sony as well, too. But Sony bounced back after the PS3, stronger than ever. And arguably the PS4, Xbox One generation, Sony was on top. So Sony won that generation hands down. Beat Microsoft again. Okay? And they're getting their butts whooped by Sony this generation as well. So far. We still haven't seen a lot of the stuff that they currently do have. But who has been swinging the most this entire generation? Sony have been swinging the most. They've been swinging that bat. What have Microsoft been doing? Right? Bunch of promises. Wait till E3. Wait till this time. We don't remember Phil Spencer coming out and saying, oh, I'm sorry, we're not aggressive enough. I'm sorry we don't have any games. I'm sorry. When your competition is out here dominating. Oh, wait, I'm going to see what y'all going to say when we get to the last article of the show. How Sony is dominating Microsoft in so many different areas. But all we focusing on is the narrative of Activision. That's all we're focusing on. We're focusing on acquisitions because that's all there is. It's the facts. Who have been releasing more software this entire generation?
We'll make our own destiny.
Say whatever you want to say. Say whatever you want to say about Sony IPs. Oh, they're one and done. Doesn't matter. They gave you games. They gave you Demon Souls. They gave you Returnal. They gave you Ratchet. Stop being ungrateful. They gave you Ratchet and Clank. Okay? They gave you Gran Turismo. They gave you Horizon Forbidden West. They gave you God. You see how many games I'm listing? Stop playing. You can count on your hands on Microsoft what they have given you so far. And Phil, if he was so confident in everything like that, why would he be coming out apologizing for not delivering in 0? You started out with 0. Last year, you had 0 as far as first party. Why are you coming out apologizing? But we're so fixated on ABK Deal because ABK Deal can win the hearts of gamers. ABK Deal is the end all be all thing. It's second coming of Christ. No, bro. Because one game right now is shaking up the whole entire industry. Why is that? Because that's what's more important. None of this other bull crap people. You notice people ain't talking about that power narrative anymore because that's dead in the water. Nobody is talking about that power narrative anymore because it's nonsense. In the beginning of this generation, what everybody's been talking about, power, 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 power. You see people talking about power like that anymore? No, because what it really comes down to is developers fully utilizing the boxes that we're given, that we're paying $500 for, and to be blown away by the experiences that we need to be having. See, that's what we need to focus on. There is nothing else that we need to focus on right now. You telling me that all Microsoft have to do this generation is just give us the ABK deal and that's it? And just act like they don't care about their first party IPs? We don't care about the quality. You heard what Matt Booty said, right? You heard what they said about Playground Games, right? Matt Booty said that he was ready to show Fable. This is what you need to pay attention to. Pay attention to what the horses are saying, the official people. All right. What comes out of the horse's mouth. What did he say? He was ready to show Fable. Playground Games said, no, we are not ready to show Fable. What does that tell you about that studio? Microsoft needs more studios like Playground Games. Same thing could be said about Ninja Theory. Stop playing. We need to stop playing with ourselves with this fanboy bullcrap. You're ready to show a game. The studio is not, because they're focusing on quality. They want to make sure that when we see Fable, it's going to blow us away, just like Hellblade is doing right now. You cannot go wrong with the Jim Ryan narrative. Let the games do the talking. That's what's more important. None of this other nonsense. I keep telling you guys that. How can Microsoft dethrone Sony? They're not going to just dethrone them with just the ABK deal in Game Pass. You need something stronger than Game Pass. Yeah, they're hurting Sony right now with Game Pass, but is Sony going to be wrapped up and go out of business? No. Is Sony going to survive? Yes. You need games to get Sony up out of here. And even if you try to get them up out of it, they're still going to fight because they have some of the world's best talented studios in the world.
We will make our own destiny.
He says, you are misunderstanding what I'm saying. Sony would have dominated the 360 if it not for the launch, if the 360, if not for the launch. The power narrative did not exist last gen as well. Of course not. But here's the thing. What you got to go back on history a little bit. Why did Microsoft dominate the 360 generation? The games. Console was easy to develop for. Nobody was talking about power back then. Well, slightly because of the PS3, because it was so much more powerful than the 360. But how did that work out for Sony? Not so good. How is that power narrative working out for Microsoft this generation? Well, you can say Hellblade 2 and I can agree with you. But other than that, what else? Not really much. Because people on the Xbox side is thirsty for games to fully utilize the hardware. So how is that power narrative working out for you? Developers coming out saying, oh man, we still trying to get used to developing for Series X. Series X is harder to develop for. PS5 is easy to develop for. Can't make it up. Look it up. It's there. So that is the key thing. You can stuff Game Pass all you want like a turkey, but is Game Pass strong enough to dominate the industry and put Microsoft on top? Well, the only way that's going to happen is if Microsoft is an unstoppable force with high quality first party games and just all around delivering on the casual side as well. You need a mixture of all, indie, casual, and your AAA and your second party as well. And your time exclusivity deals as well. You need a mixture of all to win. And you need more player base, more user base, right? Remember what Phil said. We have already reached our ceiling, almost to our ceiling on what we can gather on consoles and getting people to subscribe for Game Pass. You need to change that narrative. You need something that's going to stick to the ribs of gamers to the point where they can never forget. What are we talking about this entire generation is acquisitions and Game Pass. That's all we've been talking about. And then Sony dropping the PS5 and delivering every year out of this generation so far. If Microsoft wasn't scared of Sony, see a lot of people saying, well, Sony's scared of Microsoft. Yeah, with Game Pass. With Game Pass.
We will make our own destiny.
With Game Pass, they are. Yeah, Sony is scared of Microsoft with Game Pass. Yeah. That's why they restructured PlayStation Plus. That's why they've been talking about it so much. That's why they said, well, Game Pass is better than PlayStation Plus. It's far way more superior. Same thing with Microsoft. Microsoft is scared of Sony when it comes to their exclusives. Sony strike fear in them. That's why they bring that narrative up in court and talk about how many exclusives Sony got and this and that and how many games didn't make it to Xbox. But at the same time, they can have the same amount of exclusives Sony had if they would have had faith in those studios that were available for sale. Nobody's talking about the Insomniac narrative. Everybody whining and complaining and bickering about Spiderman not on Xbox. Well, blame Microsoft. They don't have enough faith in a lot of their IPs. Blame Microsoft. Okay, let's stick a narrative here. What's going on with Everwild? We don't know. That game has been in development trouble since they reveal it. What's going on with a lot of their IPs? Don't have enough faith in your IPs? Having trouble in paradise? Let's be real. Let's be real.
We will make our own destiny.
Let's be real. Trouble in paradise, Microsoft? Like, what's going on? What's going on right now? All it takes is for Microsoft to buckle down on management and take their IPs more serious. Look at Halo. Halo is just trashed right now. Halo is like through the ringer. Halo ain't the same Halo since 360. Since 360. We're 2 generations in after 360. Halo has not been the same. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's what we need to talk about. Break down all the IPs, right? What is Hellblade? Considered an indie game. An indie game started from an indie game to where it is right now. Considered to be AAA now, the way the heck it looks and potentially is going to play. Focus on your IPs. Focus on management. Look at the competition. Look at what Sony is doing. Look at what Sony developers are saying. We're not going to show a darn thing until we're closer down to release, until we're confident in our IPs. We're not going to rush anything. We're going to take our time, because once we show these games, people are going to lose their freaking minds. Is Microsoft doing that? Maybe. I mean, Hellblade is showing us that they are. So that's what we have to look at. Okay. So Jamal with the $2 says the writing is on the wall. Y'all better get an Xbox. Okay. So Jamal said the writing is on the wall. Y'all better get an Xbox. Why should we get an Xbox? Remember Microsoft motto, right? Play anywhere, anytime, any platform. Don't need an Xbox. So why should we get an Xbox? What is Xbox as a platform offering that I cannot get on PC, that I can't get on mobile, and everywhere else Microsoft is spreading their games because that's their thing now, right? That's the narrative, right? Is play anywhere. We're trying to reach more players. Microsoft don't really care if you buy a Series X or not. They don't. Because they know they cannot go pound for pound and toe to toe with PlayStation with hardware sales. Why is that? Because their games are just not as good as PlayStation games, first party games are. Can't make it up. That's been the case for years. Will it change this generation? We will see. Are there many more Hellblade 2s in the oven? You see how I'm smiling? Because I'm pretty sure old girl was smiling in that trailer. She was smiling. Are there many more Hellblades? Do you see the eye of the tiger? Do you see the fire in her eyes? Can we have more games like that? That's getting everybody to talk other than this ABK nonsense? Maybe. We will see. We will see.
We will make our own destiny.
Shout outs to Swiss with the $2. Says Game Pass has so many drops. Don't even care about first party. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Marlon, why is that a problem? Because remember what I said earlier? You need more than just Game Pass drops. And drops, you mean third-party stuff, right? All the third-party stuff that they have dropping as of late. Oh, Insane Value, baby. Lies of P. Wo Long. Atomic Heart. Do I need to keep freaking going? High on Life. You know what I'm saying? All these freaking games, right? Hi-Fi Rush. Oh, they got drops. But what about the big stuff? What about the stuff that they promise in their advertisement? That's fraudulent right there. You got to deliver, bro. If you advertise saying that you're going to have drops from your first party, you need to have drops for your first party. What's going on with your first party? Dog? That's a problem. I told you guys, in order for Microsoft to win this generation, they gotta come with it.
We will make our own destiny.
A lot of people care about first party. A lot of people care about first. Why you think everybody losing their minds right now on Hellblade 2? What is Hellblade? First party. Can't get Hellblade anywhere else but on Xbox. It's an exclusive. It's Ninja Theory. So that's important. Thank you so much, Kingsley, for the $2. You see what I'm saying? So this narrative right here, this title, is very true. Microsoft exclusives cannot dethrone Sony.
We will make our own destiny.
T Monster with the $2 says Resident Evil 4 Resident, it drops at midnight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Now let's get into this on reason why they're saying that Microsoft exclusives cannot touch Sony, cannot cut into the market of Sony. Just can't do it. And here's why they're saying that. Market intelligence and analyst firm DFC Intelligence reckons that the current pipeline of Xbox exclusives isn't enough to cut into PS5 market share. After a great 2022, Sony has relatively thin release schedule this year compared to Microsoft. Will Xbox exclusive Starfield, listen to this, Starfield and Redfall can put a dent in Sony share, in PS5 market share? Can Redfall and Starfield be strong enough to dethrone Sony in the market? That's what y'all need to ask yourselves. Let's get into this because we so focus on this ABK deal. Can those two games destroy Sony? Yeah. Think about that. Can it destroy Sony? That's what we need to think about and talk about. Those two are the biggest games carrying Microsoft right now for this year. That's what everybody talking about. Everybody talking about Redfall. Everybody talk game of the. Ooh, wait till we get into that discussion. Hold on to y'all seats. With the PS5 shortage ending, Sony seems to have jumped well ahead of the Xbox Series X worldwide and S. However, Microsoft now has ZeniMax Media and possibly Activision Blizzard in the future, giving it a much needed boost when it comes to its games portfolio. Again, buying to boost their game portfolio. There you have it. That's just a simpler way to make it. However, DFC Intelligence thinks that games like Starfield and Redfall will not compel consumers to purchase a Series X or S or any other platform over a PS5. Wow. So let me ask y'all that. Yes or no on this question? I really want to hear what y'all have to say. Because, yeah, if you was on the fence right now, right, and you see, I don't need nobody lying to me. Take your fanboy hat off. Be neutral with me. You look at Redfall. You look at Starfield. The PS5 is on the market. You have seen all, just say you're trying to make a decision. You've seen all the games Sony has released last year. You've seen all their portfolio of games. And you see what's to come from Sony. Make a choice. Is Starfield and Redfield enough for you to say, Redfall, enough for you to say, nah, I'm going to buy a Series X and S over a PS5 because of Redfall and Starfield over all those other games or whatever Sony got in the pipeline. Over, let's say, for instance, over Final Fantasy 16 and Spiderman 2. Woo! Because everybody just have it in their heads to think, oh, Starfield and Spider-Man 2 is going to go head to head in the same month. You already know what's going to happen, right? Yeah. That's what we need to focus on. That's what we need to focus on. So go ahead, give me your honest opinion on that vote. Do not lie to me. Do not give me no fanboy bullcrap because I'm just going to throw that in the garbage. Okay? Is Starfield and Redfield, I'm going to just say Redfield, to heck with it. Is Starfield and Redfield enough for you to get an Xbox over a PS5? Now, on the contrary, the company believes that if Starfield falls short of expectations, it will hurt Microsoft's hardware sales. Did y'all just hear that? If Starfield falls short, that will hurt Microsoft hardware sales. Does Microsoft really care about hardware sales? No. So it shouldn't be that much of a bother to Microsoft if Starfield doesn't do well. Oh, we got thousands of IPs. We big dog. Oh, we big and strong now. We got Activision. We got Bethesda. We got all our first party studios. We got all these studios. Oh, we big dog. We don't care about if Starfield fails, okay. If it's another Fallout 76, okay. We don't care. We big dog. We big mighty Microsoft. We got all the money in the world to buy our way to victory and to win the hearts of gamers. So we don't care if Starfield fails. We don't care if Redfall fails. We don't care because we're Microsoft. We got money to lose. We got money to throw at studios and don't care. So we don't care. If Starfield fails, it fails. You see, Microsoft, they don't care. You see what I'm saying? They don't. Only thing they care about is their bottom line. Sony cares about their bottom line too. But only thing they care about right now is Game Pass and getting Game Pass everything that it needs. Their first party games right now is up in the air. Like, we just don't know. The only thing that we have seen so far that was high quality and blowing everybody's mind is Stalker 2 and Hellblade 2. We can't say anything about Avowed and Fable and Perfect Dark and State of Decay 3 and all these other games that is currently in development. We want to see the power of the Series X being fully demonstrated. Will we see that? Only time will tell. Is the power narrative a waste of time to begin with? Maybe. Just like they did with the One X. Waste of time. Coming out on stage. No power greater than X. We got the world's most powerful console. How did that work out for them in that generation? We don't remember. We don't learn from that generation. We still trying to act like we don't know. That could very well be what happens this generation as well. The only difference is, oh, we're going so hard with Game Pass than ever before. We're so hard for Game Pass. There you go. Now, DFC Intelligence predicts that exclusives will continue to play a major role in console sales. Something I've been saying on this channel. Oh, it's not all about exclusives. Well, according to Microsoft, it is now. Because they sit there and canceled Redfall for PS5 because they want to have that exclusive to their box and to their ecosystem. Same thing could be said about Elder Scrolls. Same thing could be said about Starfield. So yeah, exclusives is a big, big part of driving hardware sales. Like Sony said it best, like Depending on the quality of Call of Duty, it can allow players to decide where they play Call of Duty at. Because if you give in Sony a buggy, glitchy version of Call of Duty, then guess what the heck is going to happen, buddy? People are going to go over to that console, to that other company that's offering better quality. It's a fact. Can't make this up. Yeah. How about them apples? Now, while Sony, everybody always come after me about this one. What have I said about Sony and Nintendo? I don't get my flowers, and that's okay. What have I said about Nintendo and Sony before even reading this article? Been known this a long time ago. Some of y'all should been known this already. Sony and Nintendo are the forerunners of this industry when it comes to the console market. They are the Honda and Toyotas of this industry when it comes to the console market. What is Sony and Nintendo known for? They're exclusive. They're high quality exclusive games. They're games that we've been playing since we were kids, blowing us away, giving us crazy experiences back then, and still is to this day. So whatever you want to say about Nintendo, but Nintendo is still in this race. They might not be in the power narrative talk, but they're still in this race. People are still buying Switches, even though it's 2017 old hardware. People are still buying Nintendo Switch consoles. People are excited about Zelda. Zelda is old as dirt. People are still talking about it, still hyped to play it. Why is that? Because the quality and the experiences and the characters and the world and the narrative. That's what we need to talk about. Can Microsoft even touch forget about Sony. Can Microsoft even touch Nintendo when it comes to quality of first-party games? No. The simple answer is no, they cannot. Who else can give Nintendo even an ounce of trouble? Maybe Sony. And Sony games can't even sell remotely as good as Nintendo games. That's a fact. Look it up. Old freaking Mario Kart 8 from the Wii U days literally outsold so many Sony IPs put together. You hear what I just said? Mario Kart 8. Look up the sales. Literally almost 3 of Sony's best-selling IPs combined. One IP from Nintendo gobbles up 3 IPs from Sony in terms of sales. Look at Pokemon, the last Pokemon that they just released. Are y'all playing me right now? Nobody can touch Nintendo. We know this. But this article is saying something that I've always been saying. Nintendo and Sony kills it when it comes to exclusives. Can't touch them. So no, Xbox is just now getting their feet wet. Xbox exclusives cannot touch Nintendo, and they for doggone sure can't touch Sony. How is Microsoft trying to defeat Sony? With Game Pass. Because they know that's the only way that they can shake the jungle up. Put a rumble in the jungle. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the games. Talk about the first party games. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot touch Sony. You cannot go head to head, pound for pound. You cannot even sell more consoles than Sony. How are you going to outdo them when it comes to their first party games? That's what we need to talk about. Game Pass is always going to be there. Game Pass is the heaven for gamers right now because it's so good and it's so great. But can it be enough? No, it's not. Game Pass can't even allow gamers to sit there and be, oh, this is the reason for me to buy a Series X. People are going to laugh at you. You're buying a Series X because of Game Pass? No. You can experience Game Pass anywhere, anytime, even on more powerful hardware than Series X. You can play Game Pass everywhere. You can play Game Pass on your phone. You can play Game Pass on your TV. You can play Game Pass on your PC. You don't need a Series X for that. So you got to ask yourselves on the Xbox side, what is triggering you to buy a Series X?
We will make our own destiny.
Vada Drip, thank you for the 5. Says Reforge Gaming did a bunch of homework, and Microsoft never said that Redfall and Starfield will be on PS5, bro. Okay, so he did a bunch of research. Okay. So let's believe the narrative here of Reforged Gaming doing a bunch of research. That Redfall and Starfield, well, honestly, if you look at this, where did the Redfall stuff come from yesterday? The Redfall stuff came from Arcane themselves. Where did the Starfield stuff come from? Where did the Elder Scrolls stuff come from? The ABK deal. Apparently in 2018, those games were multi-platform. That's what Sony said, right? And they can't trust Microsoft. So what are you saying? And even if this narrative can stick to the rib, is that enough? Is that enough for them to dethrone Sony? I mean, Starfield and Redfall, is that enough? That's what we got to ask ourselves. So whoever this guy is that did his homework, like, okay, Sony still don't trust him. And it's already, the media is already having a perception of Microsoft because all those documents are out there. So I don't know. People are always going to do research and dig up stuff. But at the same time, the narrative here is, can Microsoft exclusives be enough to cut Sony out of the market? Regardless of what the case is, okay, Starfield is the way it is, right? How many times have we heard that narrative before about Starfield and the PS5, right? Everybody thought it was coming to PS5, thought, right? Then we heard Sony coming out saying that, oh, it was multi-plat, but Microsoft changed that narrative once they got Bethesda. So there you go, man. Now, Sony and Nintendo are known for their exclusives. Microsoft's Gamepass makes Xbox games available on other platforms. According to the company, this means there isn't a major need for buying Xbox hardware. Why? Why should you buy an Xbox? Why should you buy an Xbox right now? Why? Why should you buy an Xbox? Well, I'll tell you why. The first party games that they currently do have in development. But here's the thing with that. You can experience that anywhere else. You don't have to experience it on Series X. I mean, if that was the case, then more people would be buying Series X's right now like crazy. Or even catching up close to Sony. So people aren't really buying like they supposed to.
We will make our own destiny.
It says, okay, why do you need to dethrone? Find your place in the market. It says, why do you need to dethrone? What you mean, why do you need to dethrone? So why are you in business? Why are you in business? I mean, this is what this whole thing is about. Microsoft getting Sony out of the market share that they're in right now, dominating the market right now when it comes to consoles. They're the market leader. Why are you in the console space? Why are you doing what you're doing now? Just because? You see, the thing is that we forget to realize is that Microsoft is dominating the cloud market. They're the kings of that. And they will continue to be the kings until somebody comes and dethrone them. That's the reason why. Microsoft is trying to start that cloud train early. They're trying to dominate that cloud train right now. Sony cannot compete with Microsoft in the cloud segment. They cannot. Sony is trying to get their feet wet with the cloud. They're trying to get out of just the narrative of just being the console brand. Sony is trying to spread out their games as much as they can, putting a lot of their first party IPs on other platforms rather than just on their consoles. And it's working, right? To an extent. Not every single game is going to perform great, but to an extent, yes, it is working and bringing more people over to the PlayStation fan base. Why is Microsoft doing what they're doing? You think they're just doing it just because? No, they would want to dominate Sony. I'm just saying. All right. Now let's move on. Make sure y'all smash the like button and see how y'all gonna damage control this narrative. Okay. Now, remember, no company is in business to lose. No company is gonna sit there and let another company shine. They're gonna do something to sabotage, or they're gonna do something to hurt them. That's just the way it is. You think everybody wants to see you shine? No, bro. That's not how it works. That's a fact of life. Everybody wants to be alpha. Everybody wants to be king, bro. Nobody wants to be at the back of the line. Everybody wants to be at the front. It's a fact of life, bro. So why would you be playing to lose or playing to be dead last when you could be in the front? Every time I play, anytime I do something, I play to win. I'm not playing to be third or second or fourth or fifth or sixth. I'm playing to be number one, dog. Period. So if you're not playing to be number one, you need to get the freak out the spot. Period. And if you think for a long shot that Microsoft is not playing to win, well, you must not know Microsoft. You must not know any of these companies, because they're playing to win. They don't care about the next company. You see the tussle war right now between Sony and Microsoft, fighting over Call of Duty, fighting over this ABK deal. Yeah, because one wants to dethrone the other. One wants to be number one. Sony wants their privilege that they have with Call of Duty and splash mud in the face of Microsoft. Microsoft wants that Activision Blizzard deal so they can have access to all these IPs and dominate the mobile and the cloud market. What's wrong with us? We don't learn? We're not understanding? You're in business to be the king of the jungle. You're in business to be the King Kong of your jungle. You don't want to be a little chimpanzee running around. Somebody go, "Huh!" You running. Nah, bruh. Who does that? Let's be real, bro. We gotta use this before we talk. Like, for real. What do you think Microsoft is doing? Microsoft is crushing Sony with Gamepass. What are they trying to do? They're trying to beat Sony in that department, and they're doing that. Bringing Sony to their knees, having them beg please for Call of Duty. Please give us Call of Duty, because they got Sony where they want them. Told you, nobody is undefeated forever. Told you guys that, but y'all don't listen to me. Nobody is undefeated forever. Nobody is. And if Sony is not careful, if they still into that PS3 mindset, or even in the PS4 mindset of being cocky and arrogant and we're unstoppable, they can get dethroned too. If Sony start getting way too comfortable, cocky and arrogant, and not continue to deliver on their games like people are expecting them to, they will get dethroned. That's a fact. If Sony start dropping on their quality of their games, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. You have a quality to uphold. You have a standard to uphold. This ain't no game. This ain't no joke. I don't care what none of y'all say. That's a fact of life. You stop making quality and you might as well go out of business. That goes for anything. Whether you sign up for a service, whether you sign up to go to a restaurant to go eat, if the food ain't good, you ain't going to be there. You just throwing away your money. You want to throw away your money? If you're going to go buy a car and it's not good quality, you going to throw away your money? No, you ain't. Because if it ain't no good, you're going to walk away. Same thing with these corporations. Same type of mentality. Same type of attitude. Some of y'all don't want to hear the truth because I'm going to keep it real with y'all. It's a fact. Care what nobody say. That's a fact. That's facts. If the quality is not good, you're going to walk away. If you go somewhere and somebody disrespecting, you're going to still sit there and be disrespected? No, you're going to do something about it. It's a fact. Sony's sitting there whining and complaining about Call of Duty, right? What you going to do about it? You're going to keep whining, or you're going to do something about it? It's the same thing. So they must got something up their sleeves because they're backing off. Come on, guys. Stop playing, man. All right, let's move along. All right. So, Redfall. We got to ask ourselves, is Redfall Game of the Year contender? We don't need the media. We don't need IGN or anybody else. Well, we haven't played the game yet. Simple answer. We haven't played the game yet. But let's just look at these hands-on previews, right? So far, does Game of the Year really spell out when you look at gameplay for Redfall? Let's see what the narrative is right now. Let's ask y'all this, because maybe I'm just crazy. Let's ask y'all this. Let's just ask y'all this. Is Redfall a serious, like they labeling this, a serious Game of the Year contender? Based off of what you guys have seen, do not lie to me and don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Be honest. Be honest. Based on what you have seen, you have not played, but based on what you have seen, same thing everybody was saying about Deathloop. Remember what happened with Deathloop? Everybody was praising Deathloop. 10 out of 10. Best game of the year. Game of the year this. Game of the year that. Because it was getting 10s. I love what I'm seeing so far about Redfall. I told you guys I'm excited about Redfall, but Redfall, as far as what I've seen, I would not say that that's serious contender for Game of the Year, but that's the media for you. That's the media. That's what they do. That's the narrative that they push. We're really not going to truly know until we get our hands on the controller. But what I've seen so far with these hands-on previews, that ain't Game of the Year, dog. Sorry. Just look at Forspoken. Everybody's been saying or whatever. Oh, yeah. Forspoken is Game of the Year. Seriously, dog? Okay. If you say so. Okay. There's so many more games coming out this year, and you already saying Game of the Year for Forspoken and for Red. Okay, dog. I hear you. We will see what happens. I've played Forspoken. I have not played Redfall, but based on what I've seen, I don't know about that. We'll see. I make the final curtain call once I play the game. We'll see. 70% of y'all said no. Let's dig into this. It says today is the day for Bethesda Redfall, as the first section of hands-on previews have just gone live. Various outlets have been getting to play the game recently, and the first impression seems to be largely positive, with plenty of question marks surrounding various aspects of how the full version will turn out. In fact, the folks over there at God is a Geek have even teased it's a serious... Man, you got to be careful with the words that you use. But hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Serious Game of the Year contender. Wow. Serious is a massive word to use to illustrate a point. Serious. They're saying serious. Like, oh, bro, we're dead on this. Like, this is seriously a Game of the Year contender. Like, we are so 100% on this one. Based off of the preview that they have played. We'll see. We will see. We will see. I'm going to let y'all talk amongst yourselves on that one. We will see. God is a Geek says that, quote, there are so many questions I have about Redfall after playing it. I didn't get a sense of scale for how big or long the game might be. I didn't get a chance to try co-op and see how well everything links up. And I only managed to try out Layla and Jacob. But now I can firmly say I know what kind of game it is, and Arcane continues to be one of the developers in the industry that have my trust. And I would be stunned if it didn't end up being a serious Game of the Year contender. Is it May yet? I'm going to let that marinate. Let's move along. Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2. Let's talk about it. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the share button for your boy. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. So, GDC 2023 is shaking up the industry right now. And there is a footage of Hellblade 2 in real time, facial animation, blowing up the industry right now, trending out on Twitter. People are saying you need to buy an Xbox. You got to buy an Xbox. Now is the time to buy an Xbox. Look at Hellblade 2. Now you should buy an Xbox. Do you guys agree? Is Hellblade 2 strong enough? Does Hellblade 2 have enough juice to convince you guys to buy a Series X? Some of y'all are salty about Xbox. Can you ease up off the salt a bit here and go with this narrative of what everybody is saying right now? Because this is the talk of the town. Hellblade 2 is a system seller. Is Hellblade 2 a system seller? Let's ask ourselves that. Let's be real with ourselves. Well, Marlon, the only way you're going to find out is if you do a poll. So let's do that. Let's not waste time. Time is precious. Let's not waste it. Let's ask y'all that question. All right? Is Hellblade 2 is Hellblade 2 a system seller? I don't know. Do you guys know? Are you guys going to buy a Series X to play Hellblade 2? Because, hey, if that's the case, Microsoft need more games from their first-party department to allow that narrative to happen and to continue to happen, because I haven't really seen people really push Xboxes like this. I haven't like this in a long time. There wasn't pushing Xboxes like this when Halo was coming out. There wasn't pushing Xboxes like this when Forza Horizon was coming out. But no, all of a sudden, everybody losing their minds over Hellblade 2. And now the narrative is you need to buy a Series X. You need an Xbox in your life. You need to have a solid relationship with a Series X console right now. You need to bet on the right horse. You need to get a Series X. There you go. Let me know y'all thoughts. You guys have already seen this. Now, Marlon, let's just do a better favor. The memes are get an Xbox. Just sub to Game Pass. And the sub into Game Pass, oh yeah, that's an automatic when it comes to Hellblade. I'm pretty sure that you guys have already seen the footage by now, right? So let me do this. Let me do y'all a favor. Let me do this. Let's do y'all a favor. All right? Let's do this. And while we're looking at this, I need to get y'all true opinion on this. I need y'all true opinion on this. Is this enough? Because this is what people are basing off on to say, oh yeah, this is enough to buy a console. This is enough to spend $500. So let's take a look at it. Again, And while you're looking at this, make sure you're voting at the same time.
Sign perf cut, take 13.
I see through your darkness now. I see through your lies. I will show them how to see as I do. I will not appease your gods. I will destroy them.
Well, Senua's next adventure. Now, that was a little bit of tease of Unreal Engine 5. Not even only that, too, but Fortnite had a huge makeover with Unreal Engine 5 and MetaHuman with Hellblade 2 here with the facial animations and everything. And people are losing their minds. So I'm seeing here Hellblade 2. 55% of you guys said yes. What does that tell you? That tells you something. This is a small channel. That tells you something, that a lot of people wants that type of experience for them, or they want to see that type of experience for them to buy a console. So yeah, the people have spoken. 55% of you guys said that, yeah, Hellblade 2 is a system seller. I will buy a Series X to play Hellblade 2. Well, that's what Microsoft needs to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's the whole point of this whole show today, to shed some light on Microsoft. Microsoft, you need more games like that in the sea of games that you currently do having development. If you can wow us with stuff like this and make people like really go crazy, because people are like, is this Sony? Are you sure this is Xbox? Nah, bro, it's Xbox. Give them their flowers. I know this is nothing but just MetaHuman, real-time, real-time animation and stuff. We haven't seen gameplay yet, but still give them their flowers. All right. And the reason why we said for you guys to give them their flowers is because a lot of you guys are convinced you guys need to buy a Series X if you don't already have one. And Series X, great machine, very good machine. Nobody's knocking anything when it comes to Series X. Is an awesome machine. I love the Series X. I love the way how it boots up and everything. So it's a great machine. Just need great games to utilize the hardware. Not just third party and second party, but also first party and indie stuff as well. You need everything to win, like I said earlier. So there you go. Spider-Man 2. Now, we remember everything that Tony Todd said, right? Of course we did, right? Yeah, why not? But there's something else. Are you guys going to be picking this up? Spider-Man 2? So this is a little bit of update here. So this is based off of Spider-Man 2 for the PS5. And this is based off of Miles when it comes to Spider-Man 2 for the PS5. So what are you talking about, Marlon? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. If you guys are into this type of stuff, well, maybe. I don't know. You guys love Spider-Man, so there you go. Are you guys having any interest in this right now? Don't know. So it says Miles is the newest Spider-Man 2 who discovers allies and enemies across the multiverse and at home in New York while working with his mentor, Peter Parker. So this is something that's fixing to go on sale. Already, why are you talking about this, Marlon? I don't even care about the toy. I'm talking about the marketing for Spider-Man 2. The marketing for Spider-Man 2 is heating up. Tony Todd is already heating up the market right now with his statement and everything that he said. Now the narrative is getting heat up a little bit more. Spider-Man 2 Miles Morales via toy figure. So there you guys go on that one. Let me know y'all thoughts. Yeah, Sony is heating up right now with marketing. So yeah, we gotta look at that, and we have to ask ourselves, like, something is cooking. Something is cooking. So we'll see. Let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. Appreciate you guys. All right. Let's move along. Let's talk about Game Pass. Now, Game Pass. Let's talk about that. Game Pass and Atomic Heart. Right? Because Atomic Heart, for some reason, I don't really see a lot of people talking about Atomic Heart. And I played Atomic Heart. It's not really that. I mean, it's a decent game, but it ain't no game of the year. And to be honest, I don't really see a lot of people talking about it, but congratulations to the dev team. And while you hear some developers say, well, Game Pass don't really do nothing for their games, well, give Microsoft their flowers on this one, because on this channel, we're always going to be fair, and we're always going to give credit where credit's due. When Microsoft deserves to be called out, I'm going to call them out. When they deserve to get their props and their flowers, I'm going to give them their flowers. And on this one, yeah, Game Pass did help this game shine even more. So, what are you talking about? Xbox Game Pass helps Atomic Heart reach 5 million players under a month. Congratulations. Put some respect on Microsoft's name. Stop playing. Let's go. That's good. That's good. For a new IP, 5 million in under a month? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give him another round of applause. Come on. Give him a round of 5 million. That's a lot. It said that we're grateful to all our players around the world, Mudfish, Atomic Heart. For a single player only new IP, this seems quite impressive to us. Although its inclusion in Game Pass on day one likely made a huge contribution to this number. That is awesome to hear. Wow. So let me know y'all thoughts in the actual that's a lot. 5 million, that's a lot. In under a month? I don't know why more people are not, congratulating them. I mean, that is overwhelming for a new IP. 5 million in under a month. That's good. So Game Pass is standing tall once again. There you have it. Let me know y'all thoughts. Atomic Heart, 5 million players under a month. That's really impressive. Let's go ahead and let's move on. Let's talk about Sony dominating 2022. Yeah. Let's get it popping. All right. Let's talk about this. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. So, for those of you who actually care about this stuff, Sony was Metacritic's highest rated publisher in 2022. Put some respect on Sony's name. Put some respect on their name. Thank you so much for the $5. It said that PlayStation Maker beat Paradox Interactive to take the top spot. Sony took the top spot. Metacritic has announced the results of its 13th annual game publisher rankings. And Sony is at the top. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, so there you have it, man. There you have it. There you have it. Says Sony Interactive Entertainment topped the list, which was determined based on the quality of publishers' 2022 releases. What did we talk about earlier? What does everybody get mad at me about? Talking about quality, right? So if Sony was putting out garbage games, low quality budget games, games buggy, glitchy, not looking up to par, you think they would be winning top quality publisher of 2022? That's what I'm talking about. I will always go out saying the same thing. I don't care who want to get mad. The PlayStation maker comes out on top ahead of Paradox Interactive, Activision Blizzard, Focus Entertainment, and Take-Two Interactive. Wow, all those publishers last year saw the platform holder release a string of critically acclaimed games, including console titles like God of War, Ragnarok, Last of Us Part 1, Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo, God of War, and Spiderman titles for PC. Publishers were ranked using point system calculated as in previous years according to our 4 factors. Most weight was given to the average Metacritic score for their games, but also taken into account where the percentage of scored titles with good reviews, 75 or higher. The percentage of scored products with bad reviews, 49 or lower, and the number of great games released, 90 or higher. Only publishers with 5 or more distinct titles released in 2022 were eligible being included, meaning last year's winner, Microsoft, missed out completely following a quiet year for the Xbox maker. I am done talking for today. My job is done. Marlon, don't say nothing else to them. Q&A time. I'm done talking. Q&A. Yeah. If you did enjoy the show, smash up that like button. There you go. All right. Let's get to the super chats. And by the way, if you guys want to drop super chats, you can. It helps out our show. It's optional. I appreciate you guys. Mandingo McThickens with the $5 donation says, anyone say HB looks trash is a fanboy. They said the game looks phenomenal. Stop being fanboys and enjoy all consoles. It's a great time to be a gamer. Facts, all facts. Hellblade 2 looks insane. Hellblade 2, insane. Oh, hype song? Oh, yeah, we could do the hype song. Let's get it.
Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. If you a Xbox boy, you need to get hype. If you a Nintendo boy, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. If you a Sony pony, giddy up, giddy up. If you a Sony pony, you need to get hype. Get hype, get hype, get hype. Get hype, man, it's about to go down. I said the haters gonna hate. They hating on the T-flops. They can't stop us because we got the exclusives, the games, the storytelling, minds blowing. Understand them Xbox boys, they trying to destroy us. Nintendo boys, we still stand tall. Boys in red, you know how we do it. Let's get it on, let's get it popping. And this is why we gotta get hype.
Hey, all right, let's get to these Q&A. Alex says, why you hating on Xbox, Marlon? Define hate. I never hated on Xbox. I said Xbox need to put out more high quality games. Blow us away like what they did with Hellblade. Hellblade is a huge bar that is set by Xbox. So please tell me how the heck did I hate on Xbox? Because all I did was be critical with Xbox and say and talk about the things that Xbox and the areas where they're weak. And so please define me hating on Xbox. Please define that for me. Let's see here. Insomniac Games got like 4 types of side quests in all their games, and the worst after story would live like Spider-Man and story. Okay. It says, Marlon, we need Red Flop on L-Box song. Nintendo boys stand up. Yes, sir. If Starfield doesn't get Game of the Year this year with all that cap going around, Marlon, Hellblade 2 next generation, maybe. It says, I agree. Bethesda not upgrading their engine is a mistake. Starfield, old engine. However, gameplay is king. Always going to be king. Iceman says he's not hating on Xbox. Laugh out loud. He's lost. Oh, I'm lost. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep being lost. Protect your box. Let's see here. Super Titan Marlon, awesome show. Thank you. Says people are wilding in the chat. It's all good. I don't care. I don't care, bro. I don't let them say whatever they want to say. I don't care, bro. I don't care. It is what it is, bro. I'm all that stuff does not scare me. Like, they can say whatever they want to say, bro. Marlon, here are your flowers. Thank you. Says, I'm wondering when they will get Undisputed Boxing. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, Iceman. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. Oh, okay. My bad, dog. I thought you were talking about me. I was just going over all the comments to make sure I didn't miss any. Marlon, you said Xbox has no games. Where did I say Xbox didn't have any games? I said Xbox didn't have any games in the beginning of the generation. I said that Xbox didn't have any games in 2022. They had 0. That's a fact. Why would Phil Spencer come out and say that I'm sorry we didn't have any major first-party releases in 2022? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Marlon, happy birthday for yesterday. Sorry, I missed your show and I was in the hospital due to a very high blood pressure. Oh, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. Bro, Richard, we got you in prayer, man. I'm glad you're doing okay, man. Keep your head up. We're here for you, man. We're here for you. This is Marlon, all facts about 2022, but I think people forget Microsoft was Publisher of the Year for 2021. It says, it's like Bobby trying to speak, into the existence. It says, it's cool, bro. I love this channel. My man, appreciate it. 6 TV says, great show, Marlon. Happy belated birthday. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the love. Thank you. It says, name those games that won Publisher of the Year again. Name games. The typical games that you expect. The typical games that was released. All right, if you want me to go back over it again, we're talking about Metacritic, right? They said last year saw the platform holder release a string of critically acclaimed games, including God of War Ragnarok, Last of Us Part 1, Horizon Forbidden West, and Gran Turismo. There you go. All right, make sure you guys smash up that like button for me. Hit the subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. Oh, yeah, YG. Oh, yeah. Oh, YJ, I should say. Oh, yeah. It says, what these people in the chat won't tell you, both Sony and Microsoft are scared of one console maker, and that's the Soldier Boy console. Oh, God. It says, Spider-Man money is not enough to make another one. God of War don't make enough money to make another one. COD money make for them. Oh Lord, I'm done. I am so done. Oh, the PC games, God of War and Spider-Man. God of War and Spider-Man. Yeah. Make sure you guys smash up that like button for me. It says, I think they believe you hating on Xbox because 1 minute you applauding. That's the problem, Alex. That's the problem. That's the problem. Like I said, this is as simple as I can put it. Whenever they're doing something right, and unless you guys are not a viewer of this channel and have not watched my channel, I've said it countless times. When Microsoft is doing something right, I will applaud them and say that they're doing a good job. when they're not doing right, I'm going to call them out. Calling them out is different from bashing them, because you're calling them out because you want them to do better. All right. You want to get their attention. Look how we were raising all type of fire when it comes to Redfall just being online only. Right. We just said, nah, we don't like that. We want that narrative to change, and they're changing it. If people didn't call them out and just praise them all the time, nothing will ever change. Like, why is that so hard for us to understand? I don't want to hear it. I tell people they have a choice. We all have a choice. If you don't want to hear anything I have to say or the narrative that I have, then there are other narratives out there that you guys can go follow and listen to. Don't have to be here. Simple as that. What are you currently playing? Yeah, I'm not playing no games right now. No games I haven't been playing for this past month. I haven't been playing anything. I had a death in the family, and I haven't been the same since. But I'm starting to get back into it again, and hopefully we can get back into Resident Evil 4 remake tomorrow. I mean, that's it. It says you're not consistent. You want Microsoft to compete, not compete that hard. Okay. Whatever you say. It says, like I said yesterday, Marlon, if PlayStation came with all their old exclusive first-person shooters, it's over, because Xbox can't make a good third-person game. Gears is all they have. Oh, man. Some people are going to be like, well, we got Call of Duty now, so who cares about third person, right? Eric, they're going to say, oh, we got Call of Duty now. We're going to get Call of Duty now, so who cares? You know what I'm saying? We're going to have more shooters in our arsenal, right? We got other IPs that we have in development, so who cares, right? That's what they're going to say. It says that's the modern way of thinking. You were clear. You give F credit where credit is due, and you call them out when they need to be called out. Don't explain yourself. Facts. All facts. All facts, gaming. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. It says Hi-Fi Rush, a game that's a third person and better than third person for broken. It says if they can't understand that logic, then let it be. Facts. All facts, man. I appreciate you. Super Titan says, Marlon, I hope you had an amazing birthday yesterday. Yes, I did, man. God bless. You know, spend it with family and everything. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Said the console wars are really heating up for 2023. Yeah, for real. It is. I mean, let's face it. Without the console wars, there's really nothing really to talk about, right? So you heard what the great Peter Moore said, right? Like, you need console wars in the industry in order to drive the industry forward. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there you go. It says I don't be seeing any Xbox charity these days at all. It said Marlon, I don't get how any can say PlayStation has no games this year. They have partner exclusive releases: Silent Hill 2, Forspoken, Final Fantasy 16, Stellar Blade, Spider-Man 2, Grand Blue Fantasy, and what's it? Yeah, you mentioned Stellar Blade, right? Let me see what else is there. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Like, there's a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And there's stuff that the Rise of the Ronin. I think, isn't that 2024? And then you have Wolverine. You know, you have lots of games in development. You know what I'm saying? So for them to say, oh well, they don't have any games. Okay. It says, so thank Xbox for giving y'all something after one and done over with. It says, are you going to play any of them? Oh yeah, of course I'm going to play. Rise of the Ronin and Wolverine 2024. Yes, sir. Well, hopefully for Wolverine might be 2025. Wolverine might be 2025. Say yes or no, not Resident Evil. It says that's 7 to 8 games exclusive to PS5 that we know about this year. Yeah, and there's more. Wait until we get that PS5 showcase. We might get some more games that we don't even know that's coming this year. You know what I'm saying? Or that Sony have in the pipeline. It says all this talk about one and done are funny, as if one and dones don't make up a majority of the industry. Single player games are games people are hungry for. That is true. But also too, creator, also, man, people are hungry for multiplayer stuff, at least on the PlayStation side. You know, a lot more people want more multiplayer stuff as well. So that's also a deciding factor. I said, Marlon, thanks for that. It's much appreciated, my G. Recovering at home. Got tables to take to help. Tablets. Okay, tablets. I'm sorry. Tablets to take to help keep my blood pressure down. Thanks again, G. Anytime, man. God bless you. Yo, Shaq, what's good? He said this guy talks about games but never play game. He's doing this for money. At least the last time I checked, he was a Nintendo guy. Okay, own kitty. Okay. Yeah, God bless you, bro. God bless you. Okay, man. I hear you, bro. I'm not trying to argue with anybody today, bro. Hey, if that's what you believe, if that's what you think, hey, that's fine. I'm doing it for the money. That's all right. Somebody got to do it for the money, right? Might as well be me. Justin Bird, you already know. Yeah. Man, I'm about to go with, boy. Oh, the chat is so toxic, man. You already, the chat stays toxic. Xbox, PlayStation Gaming, what's up, man? Yeah. Yo, you see the fire in my eyes. Call me, send you what, trying to get to the prize. Understand why we gotta ride out. Hellblade 2, let's start the sparks, let's start the fire. These Xbox dudes are liars. Coming in, trying to sipping on the bottle of gin, trying to freaking win. Check out the ray tracing. Yeah, let's get it on. These boys. Yeah. Hey. You know how we do it. You know how we get down. Yo. I'm persistent. I'm resistance. Come and fall of man. I got it in my hand. Cause I'm spitting that fire. Where the dragon at? I ain't a liar. Yeah, I climb to the top. I can't be stopped. Sony, where the game's at? Cause we about to knock it out the park. Shooting threes like I'm John Starks, like I'm Tony Stark, I'm fixing to levitate. You understand, man, I'm sitting here meditating, doing the tricks for kids, dropping the bars after bars, breaking the sticks. Your New York thing, yeah, let me rewind this track, put it into the back, that's a matter of fact. Look at that old Cadillac beating down the block. Oh, man, y'all don't want this, bro. Y'all don't want this, man. Y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want this.
Big vibes.
Yeah, big vibes, baby. Yeah.
I'm about my pledge. I'm decked up on blue bills, and I won't stop until the cash pit look like fall leaves in a bag filled. Tell her out of my face if she coming with that bull. Quick to say my piece, I'm so after school special. She brainy, but them jeans looking like paint. I got a bless.
It says, so what's going on with Hellblade 2 and Spiderman 2? Well, it seemed like it seemed like for some reason those two games right now is like kind of raising the bar or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And getting people like, oh, I gotta buy a PS5 for Spider-Man, I gotta buy an Xbox for Hellblade. So it's like, that's what you got, man. It says that first instrumental was fire. Your raps are dope. Hey, Pierre, I appreciate that, man. Yo, Spook, what's good, man? It says straight bars. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all boys enjoy the freestyles, you know what I mean? Consistently good sounds. Hey, Primal, we out here. Jay Golden, what's good, fam? Yo, can't wait for your movie to come out, man. I can't wait to watch that movie when you drop it and everything. Yo, shout outs, man. God bless, man. It says, was Tony Todd freestyling on Twitter? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Mr. Burbs, he says, throw that X up for me one time. BX, hey, Bronx, stand up. Yeah, we out here, baby. Let's get it popping, man. We out here. Appreciate y'all boys, man. BX, stand up. Brooklyn, stand up. Let's get it popping. Said, Marlon, people judge you not knowing you know how to show. He said, you know how to show theme. Your hammer Thor. Your Thor hammer. Hey, there you go. It's right up there, man. Your show theme, your Thor hammer, man. You already know, man. Says, hey, haha, shout outs to you, bro. Says, I'm sorry I missed your birthday, fam. Says, happy belated birthday to you, fam. Hey, God bless. God bless, man. Can't wait to see your movie, man. Keep making greatness, baby. He said the haters is going to hate PS regardless. Oh, you already know the vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? You already know the vibes. Says, I'm from Brooklyn myself. Can't go wrong with some New York rap. I'm telling you, Patrick. I'm telling you, man. You already know. You already know, man. You got to represent. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm originally from New Jersey, like, and I moved from Jersey to Texas. You know, back in 05. So I love New York, man. I grew up in New York, New Jersey. So got to represent, man. Got to represent. Got to represent. Let's see here. It said, we appreciate you. Hey, shout outs, man. I appreciate it. Love, man. Love. Yeah. Bobby says, smash that like button no matter what team you on. There you go. Catman says, it's nothing like New York rap. Oh, yeah. New York rap is where it's at. It's where it started from. You know what I mean? Oh, it hits different. Oh, New York, man. New York rap. I don't know if y'all from New York, y'all should know Big L. Like, man, if Big L was still around right now, man, I don't even think Jay-Z would be half as. I think he would still be relevant, but man, like word for word, bar for bar, Big L I think would take Jay-Z, bro, and would take Nas. Like a lot of the bigger MCs, bro, like Big L, bro. A lot of people don't even know about Big L though. Like that's straight New York right there. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, Big L and Big Pun. Like Pun, oh yeah, Pun was just crazy, bro. You know? Oh, Big L was crazy, dog. Big L was ahead of his time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm telling y'all guys. Nas better than Jay-Z. Yeah, in my eyes. And Jay-Z is good. Jay-Z is real good. You know what I'm saying? This is Marlon going. Hey, thank you, Rich. Hope you feel better, man. Stay up, bro. Said Marlon, you watching the Future Game Show today? Man, them Future Game Show, I didn't even know that was even popping off or whatever. Like, I didn't even know. Most of the times they be just having a lot of indie stuff. Nothing is wrong with the indie stuff, but it's just, man, like, it said Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls. Yeah, there you go. It says, I grew up on Big L Harlem, baby. There you go. It says, what's up, Marlon? Late. Happy birthday. Sorry I missed your birthday. I was at okay, got you. It says he would be one of the great kings of NY. Facts. All facts. It says 149th Lennox. Oh man, Harlem NYC. My bad. Stand up. BX all day, baby. Oh yeah, Nas is legendary. Oh, Wu-Tang, bruh. You already know, man. You already know. It says, what about... Oh, Biggie is legend, bro. Biggie is like in almost everybody's top 5. You know what I'm saying? Biggie is like in almost everybody's top 5. He says, when I watch you, it makes me feel better. Oh man, when I have a bad day, I'm happy to hear that. 50 Cent. Oh yeah, for sure. 80s, 90s, New York was the best. Facts. And see, a lot of people don't even know, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is another MC right here that for some reason, like, I don't even know, but I don't even think he gets his flowers a lot though. And God, man, what's his name again? Kind of like an older cat, kind of like a grimy cat. What's his name again? His name will come back to me right now. And he's more of like a teacher, like Nas, you know what I mean? Like when he raps and whatever, like what's his name? KRS-One. A lot of people don't put respect on KRS-One's name, man. KRS-One, legend, bro. Legend. Oh, Rakim. Oh, nah, KRS-One. Yo, KRS-One is crazy good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't grow up on KRS, man. Like, that man is nasty. You know what I mean? Like bar for bar is crazy. KRS-One is, man. I would say word for word, definitely Biggie, but Pac is more like Pac's music just cuts a little bit deeper, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you can relate more to Pac than you can Biggie. Like Biggie's stuff is good and it's just like, woo, just nice. But Pac is just like an all around. He's just like it's almost as if like, how can I even compare? It's almost as if like LeBron versus Jordan type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you just already know, you know what I'm saying? Off the top, like, oh yeah, exactly. KRS-One is the teacher. Facts. You know, oh, Fat Joe is nice. Bro. Chopper, I haven't heard about that guy before, but yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like word for word, Biggie all day over Pac. But Pac, you know, he's more like, man, you feel everything Pac is saying. Like you can relate to everything that Pac is saying. Like, you know, when you hear Pac stuff, man, it makes you want to cry. And you know what I'm saying? But don't get it twisted. Like Pac got some bars, bro. Like some of his stuff, like not even some, a lot of his stuff is like, yo, you're like, wait a minute, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Like, and arguably a lot of people will say Pac is like the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like he's basically number one. And that's a tall order, you know what I mean? Compared to everybody else that, oh, Mos Def, you already know. And Big Pun. Oh, Andre 3000 is nice, bro. Andre 3000 is, man. Andre 3000 got some bars. No, I mean chopper rap music. Oh. A little bit. Yeah. He says, they can't stop me. Just like I said, expose yourself, you bots. Oh, okay. Yeah, Andre is nice. Oh, Pun is, man. Big Pun is, man. I don't even know, bro. Like, I don't know. Pun is like easily top 5 as well. Pun. Oh man, Pun is easily top 5. When you hear Pun, bro, you're like, wait a minute, what? What did he say? Like, let me rewind that. How many artists do you know, like, whenever you hear them, you're like, wait a minute, like, I can hold that, run that back. You know, I'm like, Pun is one of those people, like, you got to rewind his stuff, like, so many times to really understand what the heck he's actually saying. Like, because it's so freaking fast. And it's just like, oh my goodness, like, it's crazy, bro. Oh yeah, his son, oh man, his son is nice. Oh yeah, it's no joke. Scott Free is no joke. Says, I think Big is more lyrical gifted. Yeah. Big is, Big is nice, bro. Big is like easily a lot of people's top 5. Easily. All right, so the question of which rapper would you play COD with? I think Pac would be more. I would love to play COD with Pac. I don't know, maybe because his personality and stuff. Like, I think Biggs would be cool, but Biggs is more like, I think, more mellow and more low key. I don't think Big would be somebody to play games with, like video games with. I think he would be okay, but I'm just looking at both of their spirits. I would say like Pac. Pac is more like, I don't know, all around type of guy that you could just do anything with. You know what I mean? He's just cool like that. Oh yeah, Capital Punishment out, classic. Oh yeah, Heavy D. Oh yeah. Oh, the beat is fire, man. Yes sir. Maze, yeah. Says Pac would give. I know, right? It says Biggie would be like gaming with Persona. Yeah, there you go. At least that's the vibe that I get from Biggs. You know what I mean? Like, that's the. Oh, Twister? Yeah, Twister is pretty good. He's pretty good. Me got a guy, Joe Rada. It says, this is Coattail. Hey. It says Pun, Nas, Big, J, all kings of NY. Facts, man. Gay. Oh yeah, Ghostface is nice. Oh, word. Oh, gaming. What? This is Marlon. What about what about Marlon the Goats? Hey, appreciate that. It says Biggie and Eminem got delivery how to rap, but Pac be having that substance. I'm saying Pac is, man, I'm telling you, bro. Oh, DMX. Oh, rip DMX. DMX is like, oh my God, bro. No, I love DMX, man. DMX is nice. He's another one too, top 5. You talking about NYC greats, man. Trust me. Believe me. He says top 5 goes in order. M, Nas, Black Thought, J, Yay. I hear you on that one, man. Oh, Black Thanos. Oh, you got to do that. I say, hey, Marlon, Golden Corral will be fire. Says I'm running COD with the Bone Thugs. Hey, he says, hey, Marlon, how are you? Hey, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Just here chilling with you guys. You know, putting in that work in. It said RE4 remake comes out. Yes. Early DMX. Oh yeah, DMX. Early DMX. And even towards the end, man, he still had it. You know what I mean? Still had it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Still had it, you know? Dude's a legend. Always and will forever be a legend, man. You know? But I appreciate y'all boys. Marlon, let's be real. Big L was alive. He would have been the punchline king over Lloyd Banks. Oh, facts. Oh, yeah, facts. Even over Nas, too. J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar? Oh, you're putting me in a rock and a hard place. I don't know, man. You put me... Oh, Nip. Oh, yeah. Rip Nip, man. I love that dude, man. Rip Nip is nice, bro. Dre, yeah. Catman says KRS-One got new stuff out that I've been listening. Yeah. KRS-One is nice, bro. Man's a legend, bro. So you streaming RE4 at midnight streams are going to be heavy. Oh, I know streams are going to be heavy. I wouldn't say I would be streaming at midnight. I would stream it like, when it in the morning, like, when it actually comes out. So, Beanie, I haven't listened to Beanie Siegel in a while. But I don't know, man. You put me in a rock in a hard place. J. Cole is nice though. J. Cole is like, man, have y'all listened to J. Cole freestyles, bro? Oh my God. I forgot that one freestyle. What was that comeback freestyle that he did when he was out the game for a while? Man, he crushed that beat. I mean, dog, like J. Cole is nice, bro. It's kind of hard because Kendrick is on a whole nother level too, man. He's a teacher to me, like how KRS-One is. But man, J. Cole, I don't need. It's a hard one. J. Cole is nice, bro. J. Cole is nice. Tribe Called Quest. J. Cole is nice, bro. Chris Judge Chris Judge not a rapper. He a demigod. Oh man. What y'all talk about rap? Like, what about NF? Yo, NF is whew, a lot of people be putting NF up there too, man. NF is nice. NF is nice, bro. This is it says MC. It says it's Tupac. Look it up. It's crazy. Okay. Thank you so much for the $2. Appreciate it. Yeah, like NF is thank you for the $2. This is the kill the Mac. This is the kill the MC is Tupac. Look it up. Crazy. I got you, Cat. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, fire, bro. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole is fire, man. It says, when can we play RE4? What time? I'll be playing it probably. I ain't gonna play it at no midnight. I'll probably play it at when it's out, like like when I normally play it. Play my games and stuff. Probably like in the morning time. Early morning. Probably like maybe maybe like 10 or 11, somewhere up in there. Or 9. We'll see. Oh, Lil Wayne is good too, man. It says NF is fire. That's my favorite rapper right now. Yeah. NF is nice, bro. NF is nice. A lot of people don't even know who NF is, man. But NF, look him up, man. Type in NF on YouTube and just give him a listen, bro. NF is crazy, bro. What about Cool G? Cool G is, bro, crazy, man. Crazy, guys. Crazy. Yeah. NF is nice. Oh, man. Harlem World Crew. Oh, Jada Kiss. Oh, Jada Kiss is wonderful. We'll get no argument from me on that one, bro. Jada Kiss is wonderful. My favorite rapper right now gotta be your old drug. Okay. Tech 9. Okay. But yeah, man. Naughty by Nature. Oh yeah, NF got better, bro. Yeah, NF is crazy, man. NF is crazy. Coolio, yeah, Coolio. It says that the 80s and 90s were the years, man. No cap. Facts, man. Facts. That and the same thing goes for Gangsta's Paradise. Oh man. Same thing goes for video games. You know what I'm saying? Video games. Same thing goes for video games, man. Yeah, for sure. I'm getting back one. But I appreciate y'all boys and gals, man. Look, thank y'all so much for coming through today. Thank y'all for hitting the like button, hitting the share button, hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for everybody who donated today. Come to our streams, showing us love, support, man. I love our community. I love what we do here. And let's get ready for that RE4, man. I'm excited about RE4. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to pick it up. And I don't want it digital. I want it physical. So I'm going to just get it physical. I'm just going to pick up a physical copy tomorrow. And then we're going to have some fun with RE4. You know what I'm saying? So Appreciate you guys, man. I love y'all. Be blessed, be easy. And like the great Etika would say, as usual, please have yourself a great one. I love y'all. See y'all in the RE4 universe, baby. I love y'all. Stay up, man. Be blessed. Drive safe out there if you're on the road. If you're at home, big up yourselves. I love y'all. See y'all in RE4. Peace.